have to make this video, but I think it needs to be said that Australia is on an extremely steep decline, and I think most of you are starting to wake up, starting to switch on, and starting to realise that the Australian dream is getting further and further and further away from us Australians. You've got the housing crisis, and the cost of living is literally through the roof. Our rights as well as Australians and people living in this country are literally stripped to the bone. I mean, someone can literally break in your house and you can't even lay a finger on them. I mean, if that's not absurd, I don't know what is. I mean, I'm telling you, if someone broke into my house, mate, get them out of my house. I'm not waiting for the police. But guess what? That's going to get me thrown behind bars. That's going to get you thrown behind bars if you do the same thing. This is what's enabling these people who are committing crimes in our country to get away scot-free because of things like this. And you might think it's stupid, but when it happens to you, one day, it's probably going to change your perspective on things. Now, when we look at the crime rates rising as well, and the cost of a house in Australia, I mean, you begin to ask yourself, is it even worth living in Australia anymore? Because, I mean, let's just say you spent $1 million on your house. $1 million on your house is just an average home for Australia. Well, compared to any other country, it's an average home. But you spend $1 million on it. The crime rate is rising in that area. Even though you just spent $1 million, that crime rate in your area is still rising. And not to mention, you aren't even able to do anything about it. Isn't that just absurd? I mean, we are one of the only few countries where we have to just sit back and just watch everything unfold. And I think it's bloody terrible. But not only that, it's like, in Australia now, we're essentially modern day slaves. I mean, the average 20-year-old in 2025, like myself, it's almost unachievable to get your own home. Or, well, within a realistic time frame. And at an age where you can still enjoy your life. Or enjoy the more active side of life. Where you look at how much tax we are paying towards the government and what we're actually getting out from giving that tax, it's literally nothing. Yet our wages are already low and we're getting taxed through the roof. How is housing going to be affordable for us? How are we going to get a house anytime soon? We can't. But then not only that, when you also start to add in the other expenses to go to work, fuel, not to mention, we already paid the government tax as well, remember? But our tolls for Eastlink and stuff like that, that's already been paid off and they still haven't removed the bloody tollway. I mean, Eastlink, then you look at as well, parking fines, speeding fines, literally all these things. You start to see a pattern where they are claiming that it's for the better of society, but really, it's all just coming into their pocket. Everything is going to them. And by them, I mean the government. And then when it goes to the government, guess who it's going to as well? The hundreds of thousands of people who weren't born here but were led into the country. They're getting our tax money, all the money that we've been paying to the government through our wages and our income ends up getting handed out left, right and centre. Doesn't end up getting spent on improving our roads so we don't have to sit in an hour of traffic or adding extra lanes. Nothing like that. It just gets thrown around willy-nilly. And then not only that, when they're letting all these people into the country, now the demand of our houses is going up. We've got a shortage of tradies, so then the supply can't even keep up. So it's an endless cycle of when are we going to be heard? It's an endless cycle of, it's just going to figure itself out. And honestly, I don't think it is. There would have to be an insane amount of changes to Australia and the government and laws, policies, etc. that would improve everything and make things how they were before. You also have a look at as well, another side of the real estate in Australia is people overseas, offshore, particularly Chinese investors, can literally not even step foot on Australian soil and they can still purchase a home before you. I mean, they could have 5 properties and here you and I are trying to get one. And we can't even get one. Yet, bloody Bing Ling in China, he's got bloody 5 properties that he purchased last night. How the hell does that work? Without even stepping foot on Australian soil, how the hell can that happen? It's bloody stuffed. And I think that when you look at Australia and how it's unfolding, you can sort of look to the UK. The same thing that's happened in the UK is starting to unfold over here. In the UK, crime rates rising, stabbings, murders, deaths, all rising. And then over here, it's also rising now. Knife crime is becoming more and more frequent, especially in Melbourne and western suburbs. Home invasions, theft, cars being stolen, all that kind of stuff, that's rising as well. I mean, when's it ever going to end? Anyways, we need to stand up, Australia, so leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. And I always chat to my camera like this and I don't edit anything, I just speak whatever's on my mind and I post it straight to YouTube. So if that's something that you guys like and you liked this video, well, feel free to subscribe and stand up, everyone. We need to make a change and we can't make a change with just one person. We need to all unite and make a change together. Peace.